today. Okay, we stream this show on YouTube at the same moment. You will find a button in the right corner. You can click on this button, so you will can subscribe this channel. You can leave a comment if you want. And of course, if you want that I analyze your charts, something, or if any other question, then I will take this and will include in the show, and I can analyze your charts so you can learn a little bit more. So feel free to send me your charts, or below this video after the show on YouTube, you can type in the product, the entry, exit, your strategy, and then I can have a look on it, and I can talk about next week about your trade if you want that, so I can help you a little bit more. So, also election, good morning, Frank. I saw your question. Anchor, good morning. Afshin, Thomas, Yanish, wonderful. Good morning here on YouTube. Now let me share my screen. And let's see who is with me this morning on Zoom. Janosch, good morning. Sigurds, also good morning. Tina, Igor is Darshan, wonderful. Good morning. So happy to have you here. So the top news from yesterday, by the way, today is Friday, 15th of April. Dell, wonderful, good morning. So the top news from yesterday, Volkswagen posts higher first quarter profit, but flags Ukraine concerns. Then the big announcement yesterday, the ECB leaves deposit rate unchanged at minus 0.5. This had a huge impact about the euro US dollar and about some of our trades, but it was the first impact, It's really interesting about the behavior of the market. So then the US retail sales rose 0.5 in March. Then the US jobless claims up to 18K to 185K in April. And of course, Weber team, ECB regards monetary policy statement. And China, Bank of China, keeps key policy interest rates unchanged in a surprise move. So also very interesting. Okay. So what do we expect today in upcoming events for the day? Nothing. It's just the industrial production this afternoon, 3:15 US. So, and of course, it should be a really calm trading day. And if you want to hear my opinion about this, join the Eastern time. Join and stay away from the charts, manage your trades, set your stop loss, and everything is fine. Okay. So, let me invite you to our Telegram channel from Admirals. Here, we will find the link here in the chat on YouTube and on Zoom also. Then you are really well informed about all interesting topics here. Get 20% back from your spreads, something, or all the shows we have here. If you want to be, if you're more fan of Twitter, also you can follow Admirals Global on Twitter, and my name is Daytrader70. And if you want to go deeper, then I want to invite you to our Trading with Logic video course. It's the world's first trading education based on pure logic. And I stand here with my own name, and I give you the promise, the guarantee, you will become a successful trader on a long run the moment you learn to trade with logic. So let's go to the charts, and we start with, of course, DAX 10 minutes. Yeah, and we're circling, as I mentioned, yeah, this week, and it will just a question of time that we reached the point of control, and we did it again. Yeah, we came from the lower zone and we reached the point of control again. That's really important. Now we are circling around the point of control. Don't forget, we have a day off in Germany, so no traders in the banks are there for the moment. So no one is trading DAX, just the futures, and maybe in the afternoon a little bit US market. But there should not be so many volatility today. So it's a time to take a day off also. So what's about the trends? Yeah, it's really interesting. So basically, yes, we have on the right side of the chart, it's it was an uptrend, then a beginning downtrend, and this downtrend is also broken already. And now we have on the right side an uptrend right now. And here we are deep in the correction. So the trend is not broken yet, because this is the last point too, 15,079.3, sorry. It's not broken yet. There's a kind of balance candle, which means if you want, and if you want to trade today, it's opportunity to speculating on the trend continuation on the upper side. By the way, I don't do this today because less liquidity and less volatility today. Okay, so that's about next 10 minutes. So we have top instruments, you know, Bitcoin, gold, Dow, DAX, and Euro USD. Let's start with a look at the Bitcoin first. And you see, I set a new pending order for a long position. Why is it? Yeah, first of all, the main trend, the green one, is still valid. And we made a wonderful trade with this. Unfortunately, I missed the downtrend. It was really successful too. But now on the right side of the chart, I can see, there occurs a new uptrend, which is running the same direction like my main trend. So the point of control is up, 47,000 roundabout. So, and in the last period, you see, there showed up a new balance candle. So I set a pending order in case that two trends, I want to continue to the upper side. I want to be a part of it. Therefore, I set a pending order in Bitcoin to the upper side. So then let's go and open Dow Jones. And that's a stereo trader, by the way. If you want to use it, it's in the first step, it's free on MetaTrader 4 and 5, of course, with a lot of benefit. You see, it looks like a little bit different, but you can use this, of course. So I want to have my branding here and in 4-hourly chart. So as I said, we are still circling around the point of control. Actually, there is nothing to do. We had a break of the uptrend. The break was happened here on the right side. And now we have a new uptrend, downtrend. So that's the downtrend. And here we go. It's an old trend, by the way. And yeah, we're still circling around the point of control. Do we have a new uptrend right now? No, not really. Sorry, not really. It's no trend continuation there, which means we have a move. We had a correction, but not a move, which leads over the last 0.2. So we need this, and then we can trade along. But I guess this will not happen today. DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. So here the point of control is up still 15,724 euros by one future contract. So unfortunately, we have a break of the down uptrend too. And on the right side of the chart, actually, we have a downtrend, and just we are waiting. That's the downtrend. You see one, it's not a, yeah, it's a trend continuation here. So we are on the fourth trend arm, really cheap in price. So let's see if we get a new uptrend, and then we can follow the uptrend again. I hope you followed the downtrend. It's opening there. So I'm waiting here for a new trend. Then the gold price. Gold price, we have still two trends. So the main trend is facing downwards, and be aware that the point of control is quite, far away on the lower side. So that's the 0.3, and that's actually 0.2. And now on the right side of the chart, we have this Wonderful uptrend right now. But nothing happens here because there was a trend continuation, next correction. But if you set a pending order maybe here, or maybe or at the point 2, then you're circling around the entry. So be careful and trade your stops. So manage your trade, please, in case you have an open trade here. So, and finally, the most interesting part is Euro US dollar. Top instrument, of course, too. And yeah, let's see, we are still circling in the or within the red zone because point of control is on the lower side. I'm sorry, here point of control is up at 113.20. And yesterday we hit or we extend the fair price zone and we had the spike to the lower side. What is really interesting is that we have still the downtrend. And this is still my downtrend. 1, 2, 3, and 4, you see? And finally, it's still here. We are working on a trend continuation. Really interesting. So you see, if you just follow the trend and if you trail your stop loss, is always the same. Trend following system is one of the profitable systems ever. Not the one and only, of course not. There exist a lot of strategies outside there, but trend following is a simple system, really challenging about from a human point, but basically one of the very interesting strategies. So there was a secondary trend also, one and second trend arm, and the third one, and again the fourth, and here we go. You can see 2 trends in the same direction. Very profitable. So what we can do right now, nothing, because the entry should be happen in a second trend arm here or there, and then you're in profit. But now it's too old. It's against the rules. So let's see your questions. That's running trades, euro, Canadian dollar, you ask. Of course, we can do this. Yeah, it's still a downtrend. Very interesting too. Cool. There was a break, so we're starting here again. Yeah. Okay. That's again and again, and the break here. Okay, here again, 1. And yeah, possible entry was there. So if you are short here, then maybe you have right now a profitable position. So be careful, we are really deep in the green zone. And of course, we haven't a trend continuation yet, but it should be a profitable trade right now. Maybe at this point too, you can take half and trail a stop loss into the profit. So it works. So before we come to my running trades and some proposals, I want to ask you the Friday question. And my Friday question, thanks, Nastia. Did you reach your goals this week? So yes, I finally did, hopefully. Or no, I did not. Not the problem, we have to work on. Or I had no goals this week. So what's your choice? And please feel free while I going through my own trades right now. So we start with a new one. It's Australian dollar, US dollar. So here we go, second trend arm. We are a little bit in profit right now, and we are just waiting for a final trend continuation. Actually, there's no trend continuation because we don't have a close below the last 0.2, but we are a little bit in profit, and yeah, just wait. The point of control is here, 0.7257. So that's a price level we can expect to reach again. So, and if you do this, then we are really fine with this trade. Bitcoin we talked about, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, really, really interesting. So we had the main trend is facing upwards. We are in profit with 256 pips. we were deep in the correction without breaking the point, the long trend. I trailed my hard stop closer, and the price is going up again. So we had two shots in case that the downtrend will continue. The first shot failed. The second was a zero gain because I trailed the stop into the profit because I could see it's not working for me. I have to take the chance because it's the second trend arm. That's the duty. But I must realize and I must act immediately when I can see the price is not working for me. So on the other side, it's also very, very important to making huge money that you let the winners run. So this is a challenging strategy. This entry is not really complicated. It's about in a young trend to open a position, but to let it run. And you see, we are in the correction since mid of May. Now, March 25th. And now we are April 15. So you really think this is easy for me in a real account? It's not. But that's the strategy. And therefore, you'll hear me talking about the point that your money management is the crucial point. And if you have a money management where are you not emotionally affected by, then you can let it run. And that's really, really cool. Exactly. I had a long position because the trend is still valid and the trend is not broken yet. So it's my duty to let it go. But when I have the correction and it's a second trend arm, I opened a kind of hedging position in case that the correction will be the new main trend. I don't know what happens next. It's my duty to open every trend because I will never know which one will be the big one. Yeah. So, but I have to act. If I can see it's not working for me, out immediately. I have to take the chance, but I also have to realize it's not working for me. My bus driver starts to drink and I have to get out. So, and this is what happens here. So teeny tiny loss, no loss, but the long trend is really running. So this is why I always used to say the money management, no emotions, that you can trade smart. Yeah, that's what you have to do because we are trading with probabilities. We have to follow the law of probabilities and not emotions, just the law of probabilities. For that, you need a clear mind. Yeah, therefore, I always mention, please grab the logic in trading, and then it's more easy to trade. Yeah. Exactly. And the long trend is really cool running. So euro or Australian dollar, we opened a trade yesterday. Then we had the big decision yesterday about the ECB. That was the first impact, but it just was the first impact. Basically, nothing changed. Of course, the first impact, we should not forget that the point of control is quite far on the upper side. The trend continuation is always more likely than a trend break. So still running. Euro Japanese yen, 780 pips in profit. That's really cool. And it looks like it will continue again. Euro New Zealand dollar is also a new one. That's a little bit in loss because we opened it. I opened my trade a little bit late at the 0.2, not too late, because latest chance is at the 0.2, but I could open a little bit earlier. However, I am following the trend. Who cares? Point of control is much way up. And that was the first impact about the ECB decision yesterday. And so let's go on. Yeah, I have the stop loss below the last 0.3. Let's see if we see a trend or not. Yeah, and if not, we can go out. But as long as the trend is valid, just follow the trend. So actually, I don't trade profits. Yeah, you can, of course. It's a kind of working style. It's always the same discussion. Should I take half? Should I take partial profits? I recommend if you are a young trader and you came from a very bad situation that you lost much money in your trading career, And now you find maybe a strategy that couldn't really working for you, or you grab the course, the logic course, now you start to trade with a profitable system, and you want to have a good mood, you want to have a good feeling, and you see, okay, the strategy was working when you open a trade in the second trend arm, and the trend is continuing, it's going up. Yeah, my teacher taught me, same like Richard Dennis once said, a turtle trader, you will never destroy your account with winners. So take half of the position out. Possible, but it's a working style. It's not rules, just working style about your trade management to feel a little bit better. It's a kind of where we are. How much space do we have to go to the point of control? Do we expect a long running trade, or do we circling around the point of control? So there is no, you can say, yes, you have to take half the, you have to make partial profits. This is a rule. This is a rule. Trade management never follows rules, just only the entry. So it's just up to you. So normally I don't make partial profits because I'm a trend follower, and that follow the trend. And thanks God, with Admiral, we have MetaTrader. We can make the opposite direction, 2 in a second trend arm. So we're always on the right side, always, as long as you follow the trend. New Zealand Canadian dollar, that's really cool. Actually, the downtrend, sorry, the uptrend is still not broken. The purple line means there will the uptrend break. Because I trailed my stop, I had a profitable trade, and you see, I had more than one shots in the downtrend. That was the first one, then it was broken. So then the next one, first shot, it was a loser. Yeah, at this time, the long trend was still running. Then I took the second one. Again, it was a loser. It was not a loser. It was a zero game. At that moment, the long trends were still running. So and then I got out, and then I opened a third one, and now it's working. And you see what I try to teach you. Never miss the second trend arm. You will never know, never, ever, which trend will continue finally. You will never know. All the other things are kind of interpretation. This is not your job. As a private trader, it's not your job to analyze or to interpret. Your job is to follow the trend. You want to see a really cool trend? You want to see a really damn it good trend? By the way, I love US dollar Japanese yen. Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, 1,111 pips in profit. Did we imagine this when we start the trend? Not me, but I had my best trade ever in US dollar Japanese yen with 2,180 pips, 82 pips. It was 15 years ago. Since that, I love US dollar Japanese, and now I make a lot of money with this again. So, and this is why what I want to teach you, trust the system. But this is what the turtle traders were taught too. Richard Dennis said, never miss a trend. You will never know which one will be the big one. And now this is one of the big ones. I guess we will have Euro Japanese yen also, and a couple of others too, but this is really the big one. Yeah? So the 2K was over how long? Oh, 6 months. When I made this profit, 2,162 pips profit with US dollar Japanese yen, it was in a weekly chart, because my mentor forced me to work in weekly chart to be calm, to become more calm. It ran about 6 months. Yeah, and now this is working since 8 weeks, 7 or 6 weeks, roundabout. Yeah, it's really cool. So just let it go. And now I guess we will get a new close above the last 0.2, which means we have a new trend arm. We can go closer and closer with the stop, and that's really cool. I'm tempted to sell it as it is so high now. Risk idea and against our rule thought. Yeah, if you want to risk your money, if you want to be one of the 80% that lose money, then you can fight against the trend. But this is what all people do, fight against the trend because they cannot imagine. And that's the most used sentence ever. Oh, I have to short now. The price cannot go higher. Believe me, the price can go higher than you can imagine in your wildest dreams. And this is why I lost my money in the past, because I couldn't imagine that the price can go higher. So I was selling and selling and shorting, and I lost all my money with this. So it's up to you, but never underestimate what you do with your subconsciousness. Yeah, you hurt it and you violate your subconsciousness because you break the rules on purpose. Yeah, you break the rules on purpose. And this is the real bad thing. The real bad thing, one thing is that you lose money because you break the rules. But what you do with your consciousness and with your subconscious, you're watching yourself breaking the rules. And this is planting such a bad and powerful seed that two things will happen in the near future in your own life. You will lose your money because you repeat breaking the rules again and again. And you will see other people, they hurt you by breaking the rules. Could be in car accident, could be in your life. You can watching around that people breaking the rules. Promise me. I can promise this because everything comes back to you. And to be honest, this is not logical. Why should I break the rules on purpose? Because I know everything comes back to me. It's just a question of time. Why should I do this? There is no logic beyond. It's just a human part. The price cannot go higher. I have to shorten right now. Yeah. You see, by the way, let me show you this again. Here you see on the lower side, 78% of investors lose money. Why? Yeah, breaking the rules and doing unlogical things. Okay. Seed of self-destruction, exactly. And never forget, you're planting seeds, 65 seeds per second in your life. It's scientifically proven that you have round about 65 thoughts per second about your body senses, listening, looking, smelling, tasting, touching, 65 seeds per second. And now think about it really through. Now you watch yourself by breaking the rules because you are less disciplined. Your ego is so big that you say, nah, I break the rules. I can do this. I cannot imagine the price cannot go higher. I did this for years. I did this for years. And I can give you the guarantee. I really can give you the guarantee. This is for all of us. You will never become a successful trader. Never, ever. Never, ever. Maybe you can have a success in a short run based on coincidence about the probabilities. But in the long run, you will destroy your account. So if this is what you want, go on. But if you want to become successful in the long run, you should stop it immediately. Think about the seeds in your mind. They will grow up and they will ripen up one time. And then you are wondering why everything is going so bad in your life. Don't forget this. And trading is a mirror of your life. Because if you break the rules there, you break the rules in your life too. By hurting other people, by yelling at other people, by crossing the street by a red light, something like this. It's all the same, all the same. Why you should do this? Yeah, it's not logical. So we had a share. There is a new chance maybe for next week to open in Merck again. Still the second trend arm. We can do this. And still on my watch list, or maybe you should be in New Zealand US dollar. You should be in the second trend arm. But my position here in Australian dollar Swiss franc is that the green one is the second trend arm. So I had a pending order in case that the price will go up. but I have a pending order for short 2 because this is my third trend arm and the point of control is on the lower side. So I'm prepared for both sides, long and short. British pound Swiss franc. I hope you opened your position perfectly on the lower side. You see, I'm the idiot here because I've forgotten to open a position here and it's a profit. And this is always the same. The trade you miss is the trade which is running so good. Yeah. And this is like, this is running in front of your nose with the 2 middle fingers. You know that, hey, where were you yesterday? Yeah, you sleeping, right? You are the idiot here. Yeah, this is Charles talking to you. Yeah? And my handwritten diary is full of things like this. Okay, so yeah, here the same US dollar, Swiss franc, you see, perfect second entry. And here really cool. On my other private account, you see, I opened this trade here in US dollar JEP and US dollar Swiss franc. I opened the trade because in my private account, I had time for those. Here I have forgotten, sorry. We talked about it. I hope you have this open, this trade again. Yeah, cool. We had a wonderful week, ladies and gentlemen, and a very profitable week. We are really on track. And I asked you, did you reach your goals this week? We had 61%. Yes, we finally did. I'm really damn proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you because I know how hard you have to fight for this. Yeah. And if you are 22%, no, I did not, don't care. It's fine. Analyze why is it? There must be a reason. Like ego, yeah, oh, I'm smarter than the market, yeah, or I want to try to figure out myself, whatever there is. If you had no goals this week, you should have goals every week because without goals, you will reach nothing in trading and in your life too. So, and then, yeah, celebrate it in your weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say much thank you for listening me. We see each other next week again if everything is going well. I wish you a happy Easter time in the circle of your family. Enjoy it. Thanks to Admirals that we can do this every week. Have a nice Friday, lovely weekend, and I hope we see each other next week again. As always, very important about the seeds. Have courage and be kind. And may the force of